In this video, we'll see about IAQ console. IAQ console is a command line utility for interfacing with IAQ. It's a powerful tool that allows user to view object, execute rules, workflows, and import and export the data and much more. IAQ console is launched by executing IAQ.bat file found in installation directory under bin directory. So currently I am under bin directory, like this in Windows system, web apps and the installation path, webinf and bin. So here we have some list of files like IIQ. We need to execute this file. So any command which we need to execute or anything which got output from this command, like inside the console, will be placed under bin folder itself. Let's say if I want to get some object, and if I check in or if I want to check out anything, it will be placed under bin only. We can route it to our required path as well. So if you want to execute this IAQ console, and we have a -j option which can be used in Unix system as well, which will turns the JLine Java library. That command history equals in enable to Windows without the library. So this can be used in Linux system. Usually we use console for deleting or executing rule or testing connectivity and all. Yeah, like by default, IAQ console requires command line execute privilege. So system admin writes on a server where IAQ is installed and are required to run the IAQ. And it accepts password as well. Like by default, it will take admin password. If it won't match, if authentication fails, it will go for like it will prompt for username and password. So console can be used for, as I mentioned, for checking or getting the identity, or if you want to import or export anything from console, you can do this. Or if you want to delete, like most of the times we use this for deleting and testing the connection using connector debug and running the rule as well. So help command will give all the available command can be used. It will give the description as well, help, which displays the help. We have some set of console commands here. I will show you some commonly used commands today. Help exit will exit you from the console. Then source, there is a source command. So currently I have this file, like which gets the identity and lists the application. So get identity, you can see get identity. I have to give the identity, so it will list. It will give you the XML format of identity, and list will list the application. I have to pass the class here. So list is a command, and the parameter will be the application or any classes. Like if I give application, to list all the application. If I give identity, it will list all the identity. So same way, if you want to list anything, you can list. Like count also is there, like we'll get the count of that class. And source, so if I provide source and command file dot text, so here I have given two commands, that is get the identity and list application. You can give anything. So if you want to delete multiple files, you need to place it in one text file and execute this command like source and just pass the file. So it will delete all the provided objects. So no need to run each object, or no need to delete object manually. So you can just pass it to the text file, then just run the command source. And check in, check out, like get, I have already shown. If you want to get for specific thing like LDAP, I get LDAP application. Then you can execute rule as well. So let's say I have a rule. I'm just getting identity here. To execute rule, we have to give a rule, then pass the rule. So it will give a rule. Like you can use any rule here. You can print and you can test anything which is required. So here I'm just searching for user, and result will be identity full name. So check in, check out, like if you want to check out anything, use checkout, then identity. So I'll be checking out this identity test. It's just a file name. So command goes like this: checkout, then identity, the class name, then the which identity you want to check out, then the file name which you want to send. So you can check here now, like test identity. So you can check out anything you want. Like if you want to get any files, you can check out like this. And you can see we got everything, like yeah. Here in this case, I have used clean command. Then if I let me delete this file, I'll clear this file, then I can show you what happens here. So I'm just clearing the file. So okay, let me, yeah, in this case, like what I did is I just used clean command, which will clean all the IDs, like created date, refreshed or modified. All the attributes were cleared. So if you want to get the clean file without any attributes like created, modified and ID, you can use this command. You can get all the objects into the file, and we need to pass the file here. And we can use there are two options, like check in and check out, import and export. Like import we can do, like usually during installation we have imported some XML files, and check in to check in a single file. Export will be used for exporting all the object into a single file, like export workflow. And if you pass the path, it will, all the workflows will be pushed to a single file, like all workflow dot xml, then workflow. So all workflow will be imported to a single file. You can see here, like we have all workflow, which contains all workflows details. So if I more and all workflows came here. So it contains created, ID, modified and all. If you want to exclude those, you can use clean. In this case, you can see we don't have ID or created and all. So if you want to get clean file, we have to pass a clean command with that. And I have shown you how to execute the rule. And let's say how we can delete files. Like let's say if I want to delete some task results, if I want to delete this, I'll get the ID, then delete, pass the object name or ID. You can see got deleted. So deleting from console is a better option than deleting from a debug page, because when we delete from console, it will delete all the referenced object as well. So let's say sometimes there is a issue with some task which got stuck for a long, or which is running for a long, which you want to delete it. The better option is to go to console and delete the task result. And if you want to delete application or anything, we have to delete it from console. Like for application, So it will be referenced like profiles, application scorecard will be there. So in that case, we have to delete it from console itself. Never ever delete the objects or files from debug page. The better option or follow a console deletion itself. In this video, we'll see some more console command. So last video we have seen some of the important commands. In this video, I will show you connector debug command, SQL, HQL command, and all. So if you want to test any connector connection or application connection, you can use connector debug command. So like let's say if any connectors or any application has a number of users, and you need to check before aggregating, like whether you are getting a proper account, proper details, or proper attribute details or not. Like it's kind of get object thing. So if you want to get object for any account for any application, you can use connector debug. It's the process of debugging the communication between application, IAQ application, and target application. So you'll get XML format and data. So command is, you can see here, means I have used help command to get all the comments. So in that I'm using connector debug command. And for connector debug, if I give, you can see usage connector debug application method. Valid methods are test, iterator, and get. So you can test the connection using connector debug. And app name, I will give LDAP and test. Yeah, test succeed. And if you want to iterate, so iterate account, you can iterate both accounts and group here. So I got all the accounts. And if you want to get a single user, use get account, and I will get this user. We have to pass a native identity. So this you can get without aggregation also. Let's say before aggregation, if you want to test anything, like if you want to debug the application user's identity attribute, you can get this. So you can see here, this is a resource object. Okay, before aggregating or before loading into IIQ, we can see these details like identity details as well as group details. So this is about a connector debug. We use it for a connector or application debugging process. And we have other commands like SQL. So if you want to run SQL query on IIQ database, you can use SQL command, and that is like SQL, and just use SQL query like select everything from SPT identity table. Yeah, so 14 rows, I got all the details of from identity table. So you can pass any, or you can give any SQL command like usage. You can see SQL with statement, or you can pass -f and file name, where you can use the file name and pass the SQL query there. Another command is encrypt. So if you want to encrypt the password, like all the password in IIQ is encrypted. So if you want to store a password, or if you want to encrypt any password, like you can use encrypt. Password is encrypted, and you can store this in property files. So before storing it in property files, you need to encrypt the password. So this command can helps to encrypt the password. And we also have HQL query and lots more commands. Like all the commands are listed here. You can use help command and like console command based on objectives. Like here we have DTD summary, and like summarize the object list. Classes, list of available classes will be listed, and count is just to give the count of objects. Like let's say if you want to get a count of identity, you get 12 identities I have in my system. and lots more are there here. Like if you want to trigger any workflow, you can use workflow command. Approve any work item, you can use task. So if you want to trigger any task or schedule task, you can use a task command. So all the comments are segregated, or the console comments are segregated based on the type, like object comments, identities comments, task comment, certification, groups, workflow comments. For testing purpose, like if you want, these are the comments most developer use, like triggering rule, debugging the application or connectors, or searching things, and also you can use a source command as well sometimes. Yeah, this is more about console commands and all. Thank you.